Is the award-winning NewsWatch.
The Illinois State Police arrest the man they believe is responsible for the January murder of Gregory Scott Collins in Casey. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Savannah Tomei.
And I'm Maggie Hockenberry. Police arrested Thomas Messina Wednesday night, and early this morning he appeared in court facing 3 charges of first-degree murder.
The body of Gregory Scott Collins was discovered in his burned-up home in the 700 block of Jefferson Street in Casey last month. NewsWatch's Margaret Langevin went to Casey today, where she talked to one of Collins' friends. She joins us live in the studio. Good evening, Margaret.
Thanks, Braden. In other news tonight, the threat of a teacher strike is still looming in the town of Teutopolis. The Board of Education says there's not going to be a strike, but the Teutopolis Education Association says they've been left with no choice but to authorize a strike. The two sides have been negotiating for months. The association is demanding what they call a fair salary schedule. Superintendent Bill Fritcher says he hopes to get a contract in place as soon as possible. A strike date has not been set, and neither has any new negotiation sessions. NewsWatch will keep you posted. And the winner is Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond. This summer, the two schools will come together as one. That's because last fall, voters decided to combine the two school districts for financial reasons. Arthur Lovington Superintendent Travis Wilson says last week students voted to name the new school. The choices were Grand Prairie High School, John A. Tim High School, and Heartland High School. But in the end, Wilson says Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond was the winner. A Southern Illinois lawmaker wants to temporarily lower your propane taxes. This proposal is being introduced by Salem Republican Representative John Cavaletto. This plan comes after a propane shortage across the state. His plan is to cut the current tax of 6.25% to a much lower 1.25%. If approved, the one-time decrease would take effect in June and last through the month of August. Well, when was the last time you checked your carbon monoxide detector? Recently, carbon monoxide detectors have reached their approximate lifespan, causing them to go off, alerting local fire departments of false detections. Charleston Assistant Fire Chief Steve Bennett says the detectors should be checked at least once a month and the batteries should be changed twice a year. Carbon monoxide is an odorless, deadly gas that cannot be detected without a device. Hundreds are expected to turn out and be brave supporters for the Special Olympics Polar Plunge this weekend. On Saturday, March 1st, the 11th Polar Plunge will take place in Effingham's Lake Sarah. Hundreds of Special Olympians will be ready to jump in the frosty lake alongside supporting plungers who raise money to participate. The event starts at noon, and if you're interested in being a plunger, registration opens at 10:30. We're expecting a break from the bitter cold temperatures, but at the price of snow.
Coming up next, Skywatch forecaster Braden Harp returns with the outlook for Charleston, Arcola, Sullivan, and all the area next.
Thanks, Braden. I'm going to be traveling to Indianapolis this weekend, so I'm going to be on those country roads mainly, and that update will really help me.
Thanks for joining us for tonight's edition of NewsWatch. Be sure to check out our website at weiu.net for some of tonight's news headlines.
There you'll find the Skywatch forecast and the news video of the day.
And please don't forget, if news is happening in your community, let us know by dropping us an email at news@weiu.net.
Have a great night.